Greetings and welcome. I'm Psychic Medium Roberto, and I truly hope you're doing well. I'm guided by Spirit. Trigger warning: the subject matter is of a mature nature and deals with true crime events. Disclaimer: all cases are treated as alleged until proven in a court of law. So the Suzanne SIMPSON case pinged on me recently. I've briefly seen it off and on in my feeds during the week or couple of weeks. I'm recording this November the 9th. So the current information, I did a quick scan. Unfortunately, Suzanne has been missing for over a month. Her husband was arrested, I believe, yesterday, or has now been arrested. And Suzanne's daughter's been posting elements, which I just watched a short video just to get a sense of the case. And I had picked out the motive here as 16-7, which concurs with the daughter's information online about a divorce. 16-7 speaks about divorce. And of course, unfortunately, Suzanne goes missing on October the 7th. She is seen by a neighbor in a physical confrontation with the husband. So here we see 2 8s. That's 2 physical. 8 and 8 is a very physical number, robust, brings around anger, and can perfectly describe, in one sense, the physical altercation. But more so, this actually talks about the conflict between the marriage and the people involved in the marriage, obviously Suzanne and the husband. And we see the 25-7, which confirms a conflict in a union. So for me, when I started preliminary looking at this, tells me I'm in sync based on what the video is telling me. Now, immediately in spirit, looking at the numbers, I believe we will find Suzanne here, because the issue is we haven't found her at this point, right? So 20 hidden 2 speaks of water. However, hear me out first. However, we also see a hidden 22-4. So why would she? Of course, we can agree that she's been hidden, yes. And the general sense with a combination of 20 outcome 2 and 22-4 is this messaging here, which I believe Suzanne was taken to a private property. This is key, in my opinion, and what I've been given. Private property, which is known to them, and I believe known to both of them. Could even be a close family connection private property, and more than likely even, I'll double check that, but I believe she was put in a well. A well, there may or may not be water in the well. There might be deep water, but she's in a well. And the reason why this 22-4 comes into play is because it's earth. So the well runs below earth, but there's water within the well. So I believe she's been placed somewhere on a private property known to him, to both, in a well, and there will be some kind of water, but it's so underground that we get the number 22-4 that comes into play as well. Now, I will also just put a warning. These spousal crimes, and if you are listening to this is for always and forever while I'm operating, and that is, if you want to do a compatibility test with your spouse or partner or a new relationship, please email me. It's an overview enough to give you insight to add to your decision process, but that is for free, always and forever while I'm operating on this level. So unfortunately, I will also just say that the outcome is not that great, unfortunately. Now, I just want to go back a bit, because the reason why this led to why I believe it is about divorce is because this is the Monday, I believe, the 7th, right? So we have October the 4th, October the 5th, and 6th is the weekend. So we know things start unraveling around weekends, unfortunately, because why? In many cases, the two partners come together. Friday, in the middle of the day, there's a 14-5, which is speaking about there's some kind of bullshit in the air. The bullshit comes home. We see him here on the weekend, 15-6. But remember, beg your pardon, the day starts with a 5, so there's already problems. There's tension in the home, and by the sounds of things, this has been ongoing. So the 16-7 can also speak about serial behavior. But the 15-6 is the arsehole in the middle, and he's causing nonsense. 14-5, there's nonsense going on in this house. And I know we just said it in the tweets, but this confirms that there's terrible tension in the home. 16-7 in the middle speaks about separation, serial behavior. So was he caught for the last time with this 14-5? Or let's put it this way. Was this time, 14-5, the last and final straw Suzanne was going to take of this? Because 14-5 and 15-6 brings around issues of infidelity. And it's because of this bad behavior that has created, or in this case, the last straw, 16-7, of his behavior, impacting the family, 25-6. And who's impacting the family? The arsehole, 15-6. So that when we get around October the 7th, we start seeing there's a conflict there. The following day, look at all of these out of balance 8s. We got 3 8s here, which means chaos has gone down. We got 3 triple 8s in 2 days in a row. Because it's here as well, on the day of where Suzanne is last seen. So huge violence. Now this is my reservation about how we're going to find Suzanne, and I will not make it graphic per se, but I believe her husband would have made it as difficult as possible to find her, let's put it that way. But I believe she is hidden in some kind of well below the ground. She's below the ground where there's water, well, and unfortunately what he did to her afterwards is not going to be very good, I believe, unfortunately. And of course the issues are about divorce and money, because in the +3 of October the 7th, which is this day here, we see a 10-1, 10-1 conflict. Now in this case, the 10-1, because we're dealing with family, and let's say not as in the case of Abby and Libby, where it's more of an agency, organizational issue, 10-1, 10-1. Here it's about money. What will the divorce cost? What will this ultimately cost the 15-6 arsehole? And this is where we see this hidden 22. So the only way we can find hidden water is underground. And when I saw the 22-4 is when you get to earth combination. So she's in a well below earth. And I believe it's on private property as well. The private property message is clean from the beginning. Private property known to the couple. So did Mr. Arsehole drive to a family member? Can they check his... I'm sure they would have checked his phone or car, but I believe even if it's... I don't know if they've got a well on their property, but she's in a well in private property, known to them. Unfortunately, the way we're going to find her is not going to be great. And if you're familiar with the channel, first responders don't want to come to a crime scene where they see 26.8 or 35.8. And unfortunately, we have a 35.8 crime scene, and not going to be very nice for when they do discover her, unfortunately. All right, please leave your thoughts and comments. I do love engaging with them. It's a short read. At least they've got the guy. And please, if you're ever in doubt, it's no charge, free of service. Send your date of birth and the respective partner's date of birth, and I will do a general overview, usually about 5 to 10 minutes, so that you at least get a sense of what is happening around you, that I can give you some guidance for you to add into your decision process. Please stay safe, stay alert. Bye for now.